Birdman said he was with Toni Braxton for 18 years. She convinced him to get married. He did no paperwork. She got a divorce in 2 weeks and caught him for mega millions. He said the fix was in. This Birdman saying it. He's saying
he did no prenup?
He was with her, no prenup.
Stop acting like you all that, baby. Because
don't say that because she is all
no,
that.
she is all
Look
that.
at that big old beautiful house you done bought my sister.
She all that. She all that. You all that.
I started this stunt. I started this jewelry. I'm the first nigga with diamonds in their teeth. I'm the first nigga with tattoos in their face. I started this stunt shit.
Now you ready?
Let's get it. Let's get
Everybody
it.
Everybody push your wands in the air, man. Push your motherfucking wands in the air.
I don't believe they got married. I think that's a lie. The reason why I think it's a lie because Stella not gonna do nothing without Slim being there or Slim knowing something about it. Then for her to file for $168 million, Slim got all the money. Stun and Beazle done spent their money on the island.
Bro, like when I met, you know, I just was trying to do something different in the game. I had started this young. I was a young man trying to get some money and not be in the streets. And I met BG, I met Wayne, I met Juvie, I met Turk. Shout out to Turk, you little you ain't here before.
When Birdman and Toni Braxton showed up at the Verzuz event, nobody expected fireworks until things got ugly. 1 second, Birdman was celebrating his legacy. The next, he was throwing shade that had the entire crowd whispering, did he just say that to Toni? From on-stage chaos to behind-the-scenes tension, this one spiraled fast. So grab your tea because we're breaking down every messy detail. What happened on that stage? What went wrong, and why Birdman's words might have just crossed the line. Stay tuned, this one gets wild.
Oh, baby. What's up, kid? Let's go.
What my son said this
Shit. Now you ready?
Let's get it. Let's get it.
Everybody push your wands in the air, man. Push your motherfucking.
Right.
You killed it, man. Baby, I was trying to go crazy. I wanted to call it.
Tony, the was the #1 trending topic. I tried to tell him, I show him. He don't know what that is. I'm like,
I don't know that.
You know, back in hip-hop news, I'm just telling it.
Crazy Joe.
No, crazy. Yeah, this is Crazy Joe. But the Birdman said he was with Toni Braxton for 18 years. She convinced him to get married. He did no paperwork.
Together, so I love you so much for being my friend and being.
My mom had that disease, so you know I was able to recognize it and talk to her and just really encourage her. Like, we're just gonna have fun, and that's what it's all about. And
Positive
you're amazing. People love you. We're gonna go on stage and
We'll be there to lift you up. And God always got somebody.
Birdman and Master P had the crowd thinking they were about to recreate a moment straight out of the Jeezy Gucci era. That same raw, tense hip-hop energy that makes the culture shake. And trust me, you'll want to stay tuned until the end because what went down next had everybody talking.
What's up, besties and homies? Let's talk the legend Toni Braxton and Birdman for a moment. So according to TMZ and several media outlets, Toni and Birdman married on August 8, 2024. Toni filed for divorce 2 weeks later. Then she dismissed her petition for divorce, and Birdman signed to dismiss the divorce as well. So they are allegedly still legally married.
What I am asking about is my child.
Do I know where you live?
Well, of course you don't come. So
Exactly.
my thing,
how would
I know
give
where
it
you
to
live because I put down your down payment.
Beautiful.
And you've been stealing from me for the past couple years on my credit cards. And help
But
me.
what you steal?
I don't steal anything.
You don't? You stole men.
Who's the man that I stole?
Tony's. You slept with them
Oh,
a few times.
Who? What man?
You not get the link.
Oh, bitch. Dirty low down ass bitch.
Oh, you're such a liar. Such a liar.
Man, he said he
You know that's a lie.
I swear to
You know
God.
that's a lie. Which God are you trying to?
I swear. Your man for You think I too? Don't you? Don't put your hands on me.
It started when Birdman stepped up, reminding everyone exactly who he was. With full confidence, he said he started this stunt life, the diamonds, the tattoos, the entire flashy image rappers flex today. And Master P, he wasn't backing down either. He gave Birdman his flowers, but made it clear he had his own legacy too. Two titans, one stage, both claiming their spot in hip-hop history.
It would have been a walk. Let's be honest. I like them dudes, man. I was happy for them. Even though we just don't get on together, we don't get on. Like, I don't fake it with people. If I don't know you, I ain't hang out, which I don't do. You know, so I don't do that. Like, dude, you see, I showed them dudes love. Everywhere I got out, shout out to Cash Money, man, for doing what they gotta do.
The energy was wild, but what really hit different was the unity on that stage. Seeing legends from both No Limit and Cash Money together, that's something fans never thought they'd witness again. In a world where beef and ego usually dominate, this was hip-hop coming full circle.
Who do you think made a bigger impact in Louisiana? Cash Money or No Limit? Not an easy answer.
That's not an easy answer because No Limit started it.
They're around first?
Yep. No Limit was a little earlier. Cash Money, I think, came a little after. Master P was hot before Cash Money, I think. I think Master P was hot before Cash Money.
Cash Money, sorry.
But if you ask me who the biggest in Louisiana, it's a lot of things you're gonna have to compare. Birdman is still running.
Yeah.
Cash Money is still running.
Yeah.
So Cash Money is the biggest label to me thus far. Like, I ain't gonna say nothing is bigger than Cash Money, but I do want to give respect to what No Limit was able to do. I feel like they paved the way. I feel like even Birdman was motivated by what P was doing, and it probably made him really run them.
And that's exactly what Master P wanted to show. Despite the noise, the drama, the division, he wanted the culture to see that unity is power. That night, the focus wasn't on rivalry. It was about what happens when art, history, and respect share the same stage.
Hold on, Fresh, can I say something, bro?
Keep your wallets up.
Fresh, can I say something, bro? Keep them up. I started this stunt. I started this jewelry. I'm the first nigga with diamonds in their teeth. I'm the first nigga with tattoos in their face. I started this stunt.
Now you ready?
Let's get it. Let's get
Everybody
it.
Everybody put your wands in the air, man. Push up.
Then came the surprise moment. Master P brought out Snoop Dogg, proving that this was bigger than music. It was a reunion, a statement, a celebration of legacy. Most people forget Snoop was once part of No Limit, but that night, he reminded everyone with that unmistakable swagger. The crowd went crazy, vibing to every lyric as Snoop performed one of his grittiest No Limit verses. The type that shakes the walls and hits deep.
I want to get you and Master P in here together with Slim and Baby. You need to make that happen. You my closest source, and I know it's politics involved. I'm trying to blow the internet up.
You would definitely. That would be, yeah, you would definitely blow the internet on that one. But the good thing is that it been some talks about a possible tour too.
By the end of it, it wasn't just a concert, it was a cultural moment. The legends stood side by side, reminding everyone that no matter how divided the game gets, the roots of hip-hop still connect them all. As the night closed, Birdman brought out someone special, Toni Braxton. The room shifted instantly. Fans had questions, of course. Weren't they rumored to have split up after a whirlwind romance? But when Birdman called her My Lady Toni, with that proud smile, the crowd couldn't help but melt. No matter what the tabloids said, his affection for her was clear. It wasn't just about music anymore. It was about loyalty, love, and legacy all in one night.
Ray, you killed it, man.
Babe, I was trying to go crazy. I wanted to call it.
Tony, that was the #1 trending topic. I tried to tell him, I showed him. He don't know what that is. I'm like,
I don't know that.
Bro, you the #1 trending topic in the world. Little bitch, come on, Toni Braxton, bitch.
Look at her, she thinks she's fan talk, TV. Stop acting like you all that, baby. Because
don't say that, because she is all
no,
that.
she is all
Look at that big old beautiful house. You done bought my sister.
She all that. She all that. You all that.
Hey! Look at that big background.
like that.
Yep.
You
Okay,
like that?
So
About
Swiss
that.
Had, wait a minute, so Swiss had told him
Swiss
he
say-
was like he was like outside the United States. He
That
was
you
like
look
in the
good.
world. It was the biggest versus ever. I'm so happy for
Look
you,
at
brother.
her,
I
she's
love
so
you so
pretty.
much.
Look at this, look at
That's
this.
your wife. Look at how
What?
the Lord love you a lot.
Y'all know. For to
Look.
give me that?
Right. Even though we just don't get on together, we don't get on. Like I don't fake it with people if I don't know you. I hang out, which I don't do. You know, so I don't do that. Like, dude, you see, I showed them dudes love. Everywhere I got out, shout out to Cash Money, man, for doing what they gotta do. I respect that they come from my hood. I want to see them win. I want to see them eat. That's what
Certain
we-
artists, you know, Cash Money No Limit, that shit was real.
Yeah,
you know, they ain't fuck with us. We ain't fuck with
Calio
them.
Magnolia Project.
Nah, that
right?
shit real. You
Right,
know what I mean?
right.
That
So it was a project beef? Like
two
the
different. No, we from two different projects. So
Right, that's what I'm saying.
It just didn't never mix, and me and his relationship never mixed.
Right.
You know what I mean? Maybe the artist is, but
Swizz Beatz later revealed that the event wasn't just big, it was record-breaking. The Birdman and Master P Verzuz had become one of the biggest in history, even beyond the U.S. The energy that night was unreal. Legends on stage, old rivalries dissolved. The kind of moment that makes hip-hop feel alive again.
Bro, like when I met, you know, I just was trying to do something different in the game. I had started young. I was a young man trying to get some money and not be in the streets. And I met BG, I met Wayne, I met Juvie, I met Turk. Shout out to Turk, you little you ain't here, but you. We gon' with you when we won't fuck with you. You heard me?
Don't go off script, nigga.
Hey, with that bitch when we won't fuck with her. But that's another movie. But ain't no, you know, Cash Money. When one, I ain't gonna say died, cause we lost a lot of soldiers. But Cash Money ain't built on you leave, you can't, we gonna still multiply.
Let's go.
Cash Money ain't gonna never die. As long as I'm alive, hold on, Fresh, wait, Fresh. Long as I'm alive, Cash Money ain't gonna never die. Shout out to my NBA.
Was it ever like, cause we know it was competition, but was there ever like, you know, it was beef or something like that?
So let me, let me do this though, y'all. Let me tell y'all something. We a couple blocks up from each other.
Right.
Do you think if it was beef, it would have been a walk? Let's be honest. I like them.
But what had people really talking came after the show. Birdman turned the spotlight to someone very close to him, Toni Braxton. The crowd couldn't believe it. After all the rumors, the whispers about their supposed split, here they were, still showing love in front of the world. Birdman didn't hide it either. He called her My Lady Toni, proudly, like nothing had ever changed.
The price of this building. Yo, no, I'm dead serious. The price of a high rise in New York City. Let me tell you, I'll tell you a crazy story. I have a neighbor, very successful. So he wakes me up, says, yo, come over to my house. We having a celebration. He had just sold his company for like $400 million. Everybody knew, it was everywhere. And his wife does the king, 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 king with the cup. And she gives the most beautiful speech. I love this man. This man's the greatest ever. 7 a.m. on Instagram, the wife files for divorce.
Yo. The next day.
Premeditated.
Okay. People are talking. People have been talking since we found out they were together. Let me first just say that I love Toni Braxton. Let's get that out the way, okay? I will say that if you know the story, then especially if you're a woman, you can understand, okay? You understand the attraction. So
fans online started cracking jokes about his wired earphones, saying, why he rocking those? But come on, anyone who's lost a pair of AirPods knows that pain. And Birdman, he's old school like that. Even Kamala once said the wired ones are safer. Either way, the man wasn't worried. He had his woman beside him and the spotlight back on him. Now sure, the tabloids tried to spin the story, saying Toni had filed for divorce, asked for money and walked away. But it turns out that wasn't the full truth. The filing was short-lived, dismissed soon after. And when people saw them together again, the chemistry spoke louder than any headline. Maybe it wasn't a perfect love, maybe it was a situationship, but it was real, and that night you could feel it.
Birdman said he was with Toni Braxton for 18 years. She convinced him to get married. He did no paperwork. She got a divorce in 2 weeks and caught him for mega millions. He said the fix was in. This Birdman saying it. He's saying
he did no prenup?
He was with her, no prenup. When we discussed this story in my house, people were saying karma. No, this ain't tabloid. No, I'm not standing on this. I'm not at the divorce, bro. I'm telling you what the streets are saying and the Birdman said. The Birdman said he was with her for 18 years, married her, he had no paperwork, she got him. I don't even want to tell you the number. The number's the price of this building.
I don't believe they got married. I think that's a lie. The reason why I think it's a lie because Stella not gonna do nothing without Slim being there or Slim knowing something about it. Then for her to file for $168 million, Slim got all the money. Stunner and Beazle done spent their money on the island.
Meanwhile, backstage, Manny Fresh and Juvenile had their own reunion moment. Old friends laughing, clowning around, swapping stories from back in the day. It wasn't about fame, it was about brotherhood. You could see the history between them, the way they laughed like no time had passed at all. Still, not everything was smooth. Once the music stopped, fans started comparing. Cash Money versus No Limit. Who really won? The internet lit up with opinions. Some said it was all love, everyone won, but others were firm. No Limit had the edge. Their unity, their energy, it just felt stronger.
I started this stunt. I started this jewelry. I'm the first nigga with diamonds in their teeth. I'm the first nigga with tattoos in their face. I started this stunt shit.
Now you ready?
Let's get it. Let's get it, bro.
I gotta give it to Birdman. He started that stunt.
You know I started that stunt.
But guess what? I was uptown too, and I started that.
Let's be honest. Hip-hop has always been a competition. It's a blood sport. Not everyone gets a trophy, and that night, No Limit's bond made them shine. But even with all that talk, nobody could deny that both camps brought heat. Those records, still classics. That unity, rare. That night, legendary. And just when things seemed to settle, Birdman took the mic for one last word. And let's just say, Hot Boy Turk ended up catching a stray he probably didn't see coming.
This house, and we knew it was gonna change the world, and we changed the world. Cash Money forever, you heard me? Where you at, P? Say what you gotta say. Stunner, what you gotta say.
Hey man, like, I ain't gonna even lie, bro. Like, when I met, you know, I just was trying to do something different in the game. I had started this young. I was a young man trying to get some money and not be in the streets. And I met BG, I met Wayne, I met Juvie, I met Turk. Shout out to Turk, you little you ain't here, but you. We gon' you when we won't you. You heard me?
Don't go off script.
Hey, we gon' with that when we won't but that's another movie. But ain't no, you know, Cash Money. When one died, I ain't gonna say died, cause we lost a lot of soldiers. But Cash Money ain't built on you leave, you can't, we gonna still multiply.
Let's go.
Cash Money ain't gonna never die. As long as I'm alive, hold on, Fresh, wait, Fresh. Long as I'm alive, Cash Money ain't gonna never die. Shout out to my NBA young boy, NBA rich gang. Who don't like it? Right. We with all the bull. If you ain't with us, you.
When Birdman grabbed the mic that night, the energy shifted. His presence filled the stage, loud, confident, and untouchable. Like a man who built an empire and knew it. He declared that Cash Money would never fade, not while he was alive. But in between those words of legacy and loyalty, one name slipped through that changed everything. Hot Boy Turk. Birdman gave him a shout out, saying he wasn't there, but he was still family. For a second, it sounded genuine, until the speech went off course. The tone darkened, and what began as a salute felt more like a stray shot. Even Manny Fresh tried to reel him back in, telling him to stay on script. But it was too late. Birdman had gone off the cuff, and the internet caught it instantly. Turk wasn't at the show, but he definitely heard it. Not long after, he posted a cryptic message, hinting that he'd been unfairly blamed for something tied to BG, his old bandmate and brother in the Hot Boys. Soon after, dope shows made it official. Turk's contract was terminated. The reason? His public feud with BG and the tension it stirred backstage. They even mentioned alleged threats, proof that personal beef was now business fallout. For longtime fans, it was heartbreaking. The Hot Boys had once been brothers, their loyalty the stuff of legend. Now that bond was unraveling in real time, post by post. It had started months earlier with Turk's Vlad TV interview, where he vented his frustration, saying Cash Money had turned its back on him after the breakup, as if years of loyalty meant nothing once the money moved elsewhere. That interview hit a nerve. Weeks later, BG responded on Instagram saying he still stood on loyalty. A thinly veiled jab at Turk. Then came interviews, a diss track, and a Drink Champs appearance where BG said he had to get things off his chest. Everyone knew who he was talking about. By March 2024, BG dropped all pretense. During a live stream, he called Turk the worst artist to ever come out of Cash Money, a harsh blow that left no room for reconciliation. Turk fired back, posting that if he wasn't part of the reunion, it was because he wasn't invited, and if he wasn't getting paid, he wasn't checking for it. The message was clear. He'd been cut out of the Cash Money comeback, and he knew it. By October, Turk had made his position crystal clear. He told his followers he wasn't on their team anymore, and didn't want anyone pretending otherwise for the cameras. It was his final word. No more pretending, no more brotherhood, just distance. What used to be one of the tightest crews in hip-hop had now become another cautionary tale. A reminder that in this industry, loyalty can fade faster than fame. By now, the tension inside the Cash Money camp had become impossible to ignore. The story of BG, Turk, Juvenile, and Lil Wayne, the four who once ruled the South as the Hot Boys, had turned into a saga of loyalty tested and trust broken.
Certain artists, Cash Money No Limit, that shit was real.
Yeah, it was real.
They ain't with us, we ain't
Calio Magnolia Project.
Nah, that's real.
Right.
That
So it was a project beef?
Two different, we from two different projects. So
right, that's what I'm saying.
It just didn't never mix, and me and his relationship never mixed.
Right.
You know what I mean? Maybe the artists, but we didn't with each other, so they couldn't each other.
But not because it was beef, or was there a little?
We just ain't never vibe, bro.
Wow.
You know what I mean?
Wow.
We ain't
To this
never
day?
had no beef, ain't nobody dead, you know what I mean? But we just didn't never vibe.
Wow, to this day.
It started with success. 4 young artists changing the sound of hip-hop under Birdman's empire. But behind the charts and the platinum chains, cracks were already forming. Arguments over money, contracts, and credit began to chip away at the brotherhood that once seemed unshakable. By the early 2000s, the group had splintered. BG, Turk, and Juvenile all walked away from Cash Money, each citing financial disputes and feeling like the label owed them far more than they had received. Between 2001 and 2003, what had once been a dream team became a set of solo acts. Years later, the fallout still lingered. In 2015, Turk took it to court, filing a lawsuit against Cash Money for unpaid royalties and accounting discrepancies, reportedly worth $1.3 million. It wasn't just about the cash, it was about the principle, about demanding the respect he felt he had earned.
I always thought No Limit and Cash Money was like Bloods and Crips, right? I'm from New York. You gotta actually let me get away with it. But when you research you say, damn, BG and Soulja Slim was damn near best friends.
Nah, big facts.
But Soulja Slim represented No Limit.
Big facts.
Right? As a New Yorker, we thought that you can't be cool with No Limit and Cash Money. That's what we thought.
It was a time where you definitely had to pick a side, right? You know what I mean? Especially in the city, right? You know what I mean? Because there was a lot of street politics involved. You know what I'm saying? It was, because, they had an entourage, and, we had an entourage. That shit could have got dangerous. Like, that was,
At that time, could you not work with a No Limit artist?
Baby got a big super ego. P got a big super ego. Even if we wanted to work together, them niggas wouldn't have cleared that shit. You know what I'm saying?
Meanwhile, BG reignited the fire after his release from prison. Instead of letting time heal old wounds, he jumped back into the conversation with diss tracks and interviews that made it clear whatever had broken between him and Turk hadn't been repaired. The brotherhood was gone, and the bitterness was still fresh. And then there's Lil Wayne, the prodigy who became the face of Cash Money. His relationship with Birdman has always been complicated. Half father-son, half mentor-protege, filled with legal battles, reconciliations, and a strange sense of loyalty that never really faded. No matter how rough things got, Wayne continued to call Birdman family. Juvenile, on the other hand, took a quieter route. Once one of the loudest voices in the crew, he'd grown into a calm center of the storm. Around 2024, he publicly re-signed with Cash Money, choosing legacy over conflict. These days, he stands beside Birdman like the seasoned veteran he is, composed, unbothered, and focused on keeping his legacy intact.
Yo, I always wondered this because as a kid, I was a big No Limit fan, right? And then it felt like there was like a switch that happened when you guys came, and like I was like a big Cash Money fan, and all my friends were big Cash Money fans. But how, like, what the rivalry was like a real thing, you know what I mean?
Let me be truthful about everything. Before I got with Cash Money, right? I was a Master P fan. I used to listen to Master P a lot. So when he came out and started doing his thing and No Limit, I kind of like, you know, me, I thought he wasn't, I didn't know he was from New Orleans or not. So it was a confusion with me and them. And then
he kind of broke in the back.
My pops knew him though. My pops like, nah, he went to Booker T. I know him. Like, I know his people and everything. Like, oh, damn. So, you know, then come to find out I know all his people, Pokey and everybody. And so that changed everything for me. When I got the Cash Money and stuff, when people was trying to make the friction, it was like, nah, they got on and we got on. They had their opportunity to do their thing and we doing our thing, but it's no hatred between us. The fans is creating that.
Observers couldn't help but notice that when Birdman starts to go off script, saying whatever comes to mind, Juvenile just stands there with that unshakable poker face and evidence linking Dirk to one of the crimes. It was heavy. The kind of story that snapped the show back into the reality of fame, power, and consequence. Even though investigators said that they hadn't found anything in his social media or iCloud accounts, the shadow of those accusations lingered. After a night that touched on brotherhood, faith, and federal cases, he closed as he always did, reminding viewers to share their thoughts, stay engaged, and remember that behind every headline and verse, real people live these stories. And that's the story behind the night Birdman, Master P, and the Hot Boys had everyone talking. A mix of legacy, loyalty, and lessons the culture won't forget. From reunions to rivalries, one thing's clear: hip-hop never sleeps. If you made it this far, you're definitely one of the real ones. So hit that like button and drop your thoughts in the comments. And hey, don't forget to subscribe for more stories just like this.